Welcome viewers to another episode of Brave Namibia, where we celebrate both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. In our first clip today, Hansho Kapofi spoke to Mariane Akwenye, the owner of Nomad Spa, who shares her story of transitioning from a full-time job as an aviator to running a business and empowering visually impaired women.
Take a load off and tune into another episode of Brave Namibia, when we take a look at both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians sharing their stories. Brave Namibia is broadcasted on NTV Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. and 1up2.com, and broadcasted on the following Facebook platforms on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Republican, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun, and all Namibia Media Holdings pages. For more information, contact the Brave team at brave@synergy.com.na. Brave Namibia, for the ordinary and extraordinary Namibians.
Hello, my name is Mariane Akwenye. I'm a mother and a business owner, and I was born and bred in Windhoek, Namibia. And my previous life, I used to be an aviator. I was Namibia's first black female pilot before becoming an entrepreneur.
All right. So what inspired you to begin a beautiful business like today?
My business was really inspired by people, really empowering the girl child, because I'm deeply believe that if you empower a woman, you change so many lives, and that's where it started. It's purely by upskilling and empowering a young woman so that she can better her life.
Okay, so we're speaking about your business. What business is this?
Nomad is a holdings company that has 3 entities. So we do training where the actual upskilling and the heart lies, and then we have spas, wellness destinations, as well as we manufacture our own products. So we have a little ecosystem within the wellness world.
Okay, now changing your career path from being an aviator to being an entrepreneur, how has that transition been?
It's been quite challenging. Before, it was all about me and thinking about me and focusing on my career. And when you are an entrepreneur, it's really, you take the back seat, because now you have to think about others and put them first and make sure that their needs are taken care of, growing the company so that everybody can transition and become better and better as we all go. So that was the main, the 2 different areas of working for myself as well as starting a business.
Okay, so can you add to that also, what are some of the challenges that you face today?
The challenges of any entrepreneur's journey is really the support, in terms of starting a business, going through the changes of it, evolving into an established brand. That it's all steps that takes a lot from financially, your time. So that is the main thing that was really challenging. It's just that you have to give so much of yourself before you get it back. This is our retail space. This is where we sell our products from to the guest that visits the homestay.
All right. So what are some of the products that you do sell here?
So we manufacture, our main aim of our cosmetics is mahangu. So we manufacture our cosmetics lines from mahangu seeds, and that is the main product that we sell. So it's from sea salt to massage oils, bath oils, and things like that. So all about self-care.
Okay. Are these products locally manufactured, or how do you go about it?
Yes, they're locally manufactured. We make it ourselves, bottle it here, and we distribute from.
Okay. Speaking about manufacturing, your staff, how many do you have, and where do they come from? Is it around town?
So, like I said initially, so there's 3 components of the business. So our staff complement at the moment is 24. So from manufacturing all the way through to the admin staff, that is the engine of the business. From the training, we also train visually impaired women who are blind and visually impaired in the art of massaging. And some of them are not able to work within the industry. So it doesn't mean because you're blind you automatically will make a good therapist. And some of them are the ones that we use in the manufacturing, from mixing the soils to putting up the label and so on. It just depends on the severity of the visual impairment.
Okay, so when did this program start, and how long do you plan on continuing?
Is there going to be a stop? I don't think so. So Nomad started in 2015. That's how long we've been going. The training part of it really started a bit earlier, 2008, if I can recall correctly. So we started with purely with sighted students, where we would give them the skill, but we found that they could not find work. We found that the industry was not receptive to these young ladies because they did not go the traditional route of training, be it in beauty schools and so on. And that's how we then decided to establish our own place as a way of, it's almost like an in-service training program where they train and then they're also able to work and earn an income. That really was our start, the beginning of the program. And then later on we started then getting in ladies with visual impairment, and that program has been successful because one of our very first visually impaired students is now accepted at UNAM to study physiotherapy. So it just shows you that once you invest in somebody, it can really transform their lives beyond what we even imagined possible.
All right, so not only are you brave to begin your own establishment, but also to empower local and other women.
That is our foundation. That is what we stand for. We really stand on uplifting and empowering young women.
Okay, so some of the clients that you have here, can you say they're mostly Namibian? Are they from abroad? Do you have
Most
international?
of the clients, we get a lot of support from locals, which we are grateful for because of the understanding of the program. We believe that if you're taking care of your well-being, in turn you're actually helping another young woman come through the training. So locals do support us very much, but we also have a huge support from the international community. People visiting Namibia do come through because they hear about the program and they really want to support. They understanding that the whole concept of conscious traveler, it's not about just myself. Let me see what else can I do to give back, even though I'm having a good time. And that philosophy is really on par with what we stand for, and we get a lot of tourists that come through because we don't just stand for beauty. It's about well-being, but also the thread that makes us different is that we are very much Afrocentric, meaning we use our old ancient wisdom. We use the way that the Himba people use wellness, and we incorporate it in our treatments. So for the tourists, that is amazing. They want to experience that because they will not have it anywhere else but Nomad.
Okay, so Nomad, what do you have planned for 2023, seeing that we are still at the beginning of the year?
Well, we are looking at expansion. We're really looking at getting our brand, the foundation steady, within the local consumer as well as the international market. So we're trying to have our brand out there that people will know when they could visit Namibia, they have to come to a nomad, or the locals knowing that they have to come through and support local.
Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry, with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com.
Our second Brave Namibian today is Vernice Plaatjies, a 29-year-old from Walvis Bay who recently opened her second gourmet doughnut shop, this time in the capital. She spoke to Elizabeth Joseph.
Hello, my name is Vernice Plaatjies, 29 years old from Walvis Bay. I finished school at Duneside Private High School. I was born in Windhoek but moved to Walvis Bay in 2007 with my mother. Growing up after school, I didn't know what to do because studying wasn't my thing. So my mom decided to put me in for makeup and nails courses here in Windhoek. So I done that, went back to Walvis Bay and actually started working at the pharmacy as a casual. And then after that, I worked at a accounting firm. I just done like the admin for them. And then my mom saw that it wasn't my passion and I didn't enjoy it. So she decided to ask me to apply for an internship at Hillsong in South Africa. I did that for 2 years and then I did volunteering for a year. After that, I came back to Walvis Bay. So just before COVID hit, I went to America for a month. I done a 2-week worship conference that side in Redding, California. And then I went to LA for the rest of the month. And that's where the ideas came from. I saw all the different treats they had there. And I realized that we don't have it here in Namibia. And so I came back and then that's when COVID hit. So I was jobless. Luckily I was staying with my mom. And so then the president made the 750 available. So I applied. First I got denied or declined. Yes. And then I tried again. And then I got my 750 and I used that to start this. So first I started in my mom's kitchen, and when the orders became too much, I asked our house help to help us or to help me because it was just me. And then from there on we boomed. My mom decided to use the room we have behind the house. We turned that into a kitchen. And then from that, we made the donuts, and then I had to drive 4 times up and down to town to go deliver donuts in our little outlet we had next to F&B. And then we realized that the driving became too much, so we moved to a second, or not a second location, we closed the one next to F&B and moved to a bigger location in Walfish Bay, right next to Bargain Bay at Old Spur Parking. And the clients from Windhoek always wanted donuts. They would always ask me, when are you coming to Windhoek to bring donuts with? So that became overwhelming, and my aunt asked, listen, why don't we do this together? And it's been amazing so far. Windhoek clients has welcomed us with open arms. So I'm excited for the future. So the clients here in Walfish Bay as well, they love the milk tart and the peppermint tart donut. But my favorite is the cinnamon sugar toasted chicken mayo. I'm craving it right. The clients in Windhoek we have a lot of walk-ins because we're in Independence Avenue, right next to Fashion World, opposite Hilton Hotel. So we have a lot of walk-ins because it's a very busy street. We have a few orders, but people can order online. They can WhatsApp or call us. So just before I went to America, I had a fundraiser to go record at Nautilus Studio. So I had to raise like 5,000, and then I had someone that wanted to sponsor it, and I just felt like it won't be as valuable if I don't work for it. So I then decided to, well, why not sell treats? And the outcome was amazing. I raised the 5,000 within a week's time, and that made the recording possible. So I decided, why not record another one? So we did that as well. And then that's also where clients, because they knew that I baked, that's why they always came back. And then when I introduced the donuts to them, they were like, let's do it. So what inspires me, I know I shouldn't say this, but like when clients walk in and there's no donuts, then I'm like, we have to make more, we have to keep going. And when that excitement when they bite into a donut, I mean, that inspires. That's where the initiative, that's where the hard work comes from, because you're like, we need to meet their needs. So yeah, no matter the size of your order, just do it. Consistency is key, hard work. There will be ups and downs, but just put your heart to it, believe in yourself, and this can be you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toyvon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
We know that violence against women and girls is pervasive everywhere in the world. So now imagine a conflict breaks out, or a natural disaster happens, or a global pandemic like the one we have seen since 2020 breaks out. Institutions are often focused on addressing this crisis. And in conflict settings, some of the institutions that are responsible for protecting women's rights collapse. The United Nations and UN Women work around the world to address some of these challenges. We make sure that women and girls who are victims of violence access services, including justice, health, psychosocial support, and reintegration. We also work to address the root causes that generate violence, for example, addressing harmful social norms and masculinities.
Thank you for tuning in today. If you know of someone you feel should feature on our show, please contact us at brave@synergy.com.na.